All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Cincinnati. And it's a busy day. Today is a busy day. We have a lot going on because I think it's all the fourth round of the men and most of them. And then also most of the ladies are playing. I forgot that we had this because it's been a while since we've had sort of this schedule, because it wasn't the same schedule in Canada because they didn't have both playing at the same venue, like ATP, WTA. So, yeah, it's a little weird. But today, and also today might rain, so today's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting day. But we're starting with a doubleheader. We've got Rune versus Tiafoe, which I guess is playing first because they got to play tomorrow as well, because it's one of those like weird midweek things. And then Swiatek's playing too. So, and then we've got plenty more stuff going on. Alcaraz is playing. Sinner's playing later. Zverev has to finish his match from yesterday, but also play later today because he's going to play 2 matches today. But then Coco's not playing today. Shelton's only playing 1 match today. I don't know what's... it's a confusing schedule. And I'm sure they're hoping it doesn't rain, because if it rains, I'm sure it's going to get worse. So this schedule is going to get real weird if it does get rain. But, yeah. And then we've got also Rebecca Keys. Pegula's finishing her match today. Yeah. Fritz, he's playing later as well. So it's a big day. Big day today. Let's hope we get through it. But Swiatek's playing on court 2, which is basically just the other side of this big tower that's on court 1. So, and the other side of that tower, we've got the this other match going on. The rain is going to be annoying. Tiafoe should win. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain. Hopefully. Hopefully. 1 second. All right. It's a shame the schedule's like this, because Rune Tiafoe should be a night match. But because of the schedule, it can't be. I mean, Rune Tiafoe being 11 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday is pretty bad scheduling, but they have no choice. Who's a favorite for this match? Probably Rune just, but maybe it's 50-50. I don't know. Maybe it's 50-50. Because Tiafoe, I feel like, has been playing better lately. So maybe Big Foe. Why did Raducanu lose? Because she played Sabalenka? Rune's favorite. Okay. Just. Okay, yeah. That's what I would have thought. Just because of ranking, maybe. And maybe head-to-head, but... Man, such a shame. It's such a good matchup between Rune and Tiafoe, and it's on center court at the first thing in the morning, and no one's there. Like, that sucks. That's so shit. That's so bad. Oh, Tiafoe leads the head-to-head. Okay, interesting. Well, Rune hasn't been... He's been getting injured lately, so yeah. 4-0, by the way, in favor of Swiatek over Cirstea. But yeah. That's the other thing with these 2-week Masters, is that we have this like weird middle of the tournament 4th round. It's a little bit just awkward, you know? Just an awkward thing where they got to play all the players at the same time, and then you got to, you know, it's just weird. All right, everyone's warming up. Hopefully there's enough people that rock up for this match so it doesn't look like it's empty. It looks like people are slowly coming in, so we'll see. Yes, Zverev Nakashima happens after this. And then the winner plays later tonight. Hashanov's Zverev, I'd pick Hashanov in 3. Yeah, we're not going to watch that. That match is going to go for like 4 hours. I already know what that match looks like. All right. Swiatek and Cirstea are going to start us off. And then we got Tiafoe Runa as well. And then after this, we got a bit of a break between now and then Sinner versus Mannarino. And then we got Alcaraz. Oh, Sabalenka's playing today too. I totally forgot. Sabalenka's playing later. And so is Alcaraz. So we got a big day. I totally forgot that Sabalenka was playing as well. My bad. She's versing Monero. All right, Cirstea to serve. I'm going to go Swiatek in straights. I'd be shocked if Swiatek lost. It'd be a huge upset. Epagul is playing after this. She got to finish her match from yesterday. All right, love 15. Swiatek wins the first point. It's a busy day. Busy day. 15-0. All right, 15:30. A chance for Swiatek to break straight away. 5 matches today. Yeah, we've got a lot of matches today. The lines are so high today. There's something like minus 2,500 for Swiatek and minus 900 for Sabalenka. Monero against Sabalenka is going to be more of a... That could be close. Monero's been okay lately. Now Swiatek comes in and puts it away, 15-40. I don't think Swiatek loses, but Sabalenka's not... I mean, I don't think she loses, but Monero's been sneaky good lately. Cam put the dog cam on? No. No, I don't want to. All right, good return, Swiatek. It's a break to start the match. 1-0. Swiatek breaks first game. All right. All right, Tiafoe serving first against Runa. I'm going to go Tiafoe in 3. Even though I want to see Runa Sinner in the semis, I just think Big Foe lately, and also being in America, I just think it's better. He is more likely to take the win. Just think this is what, like when he thrives this time of year. It seems to be this is his best part of the season. Again, it's just a pity that this is a night match because I would have said for sure Tiafoe wins a night match with that crowd, but I'm still going to go Foe in 3. All right, Swiatek to serve. Can we have no needy requests today, please? It always happens. Forehand Swiatek into the forehand of Cirstea as we get a forehand from Swiatek again. And then Cirstea hits it long and it's 15 love. All right, 15 love. As the return goes to the back of Swiatek. Swiatek gets a winner, 30 love. Swiatek is cruising right now. $30 love. As the return goes back into Cirstea. Swiatek hits the tape. And it goes long. 30-15. Tiafoe won the first game, by the way. 1 love. Swiatek back in form. Crazy how it took her 13 months. I mean, she was in form. Like, she wasn't in her career best form, but she wasn't, like, out of form. She was still making semi-finals and stuff. 30-15. It's back into back-end rally. Swiatek into the back of Cirstea. Back into Swiatek on the stretch. Cirstea forehand again. The forward of Swiatek. Swiatek again with a forehand. Cirstea gets on the stretch. Swiatek back into the net. 30-0. 30-0. She lost like 5 or 6 semis in a row. Yeah, and that's not great for Iga Swiatek, but it's pretty much anybody else would take that. Like any other person in the top 100 would take that. It's just that we have Swiatek and even Sabalenka. We kind of expect more, right? As the return goes back to Swiatek, Cirstea back in on the stretch. And then Swiatek hits a winner, 40-30. By the way, Runa's got the Djokovic camp trainers and stuff in his box. So weird, considering they were just with Sinner. And then they were only just with Djokovic like over a year ago. I still won't get used to seeing that. They're probably the most famous trainers in the world. Like, name me another trainer. You know, Swiatek leads to love. All right, 2 love. Runa, by the way, is already done love 30. There's Runa with a lovely forehand winner. It's 15-30. Also, I'm seeing a couple of Moratoglu hats in the Runa box too. Like a Moratoglu hat. Someone's wearing one. So there's obviously somebody who's bought the merch, or it's somebody who has who is working at the academy, who is also there. So that's interesting. Patrick's not there, but I mean, we all know about Moratoglu and Runa. They've worked together like 3 times, on and off. Thank you for entertainment while I recover from wrist surgery. Oh no, Kimberly, hopefully you're okay. Hey, Greenbird, thank you for the 33 months. What are you doing up at 1 a.m.? 30 love. What are you doing up so late? 30 love, Cirstea serves. By the way, Greenbird, that's like 3 years. That's crazy. Worked out until midnight. Oh, okay. No. 40 love. I woke up at midnight, so that's fun. 40 love. There's a drop shot from Runa. It's terrible, and Tiafoe puts it away. He gets the deuce. Cirstea serves a fault. Now the return goes to the backhand of Cirstea. Now Swiatek goes long. 2-1. Cirstea holds. 2-1 in the first. Swiatek with the break. Challenge of the day. How quick can Cam put members chat on? No, I'll just time you out for 24 hours. It might be just easy for everybody. All right. We get to deuce. Chance for Tiafoe to get a break here. Backhand return now to the forehand of Runa. Into the forehand of Foe. Forehand again, Runa. It's Tiafoe forehand. We go to the forehand of Runa. Tiafoe goes to the line. Runa gets it back. It's Tiafoe forehand again to the forehand of Runa. The forehand of Tiafoe. Runa forehand goes long. Advantage Foe. Cam, are you even a tennis fan? Yep. Yes, I am. All right, advantage Foe. Advantage Tiafoe. By the way, did they just flip a coin that was a 50-cent Australian coin at the Swiatek match? That's wild. That was definitely an Australian 50-cent coin. I know that shape. It's crazy. Thought I'd pop in and say hi. Well, good timing as we a double fault from Runa. All right, big Foe, 2 love. Tiafoe gets the break. Two 0. All right, 2-0. That was Swiatek's got the break, 2-1. Bruno's already thrown his racket. I don't even know if it's a ball kid or if it's a ball man, but he's a giant and he got scared by that. Runa threw his racket and the kid's like, what the hell was that? All right, big Foe with the forehand into the forehand of Runa. Tiafoe goes to the forehand of Runa. Runa puts it away. And it's 15-all. I used to work in a movie theater until 1 to 3 a.m. Had 2 25-hour shifts until 4 a.m. once. That's crazy. Had 20... I had a 25 to 25-hour shift. Wow, that's crazy. I went to the movies yesterday. Tara Blade says hi from his study. Hey. All right. 30-15. Tiafoe serves. And then Runa hits it out in the return. By Greenbird, any good games worth getting lately? Once the US Open's done, I want to... I'll have so much time to do nothing. So, what movie? I want to sell Weapons. So creepy. Anyways, big Foe's at 3 love. There was literally 4 people in the cinema when I went. It was 11 o'clock in the morning. Perfect timing. So creepy. So creepy. Definitely worth seeing if you're into horror. All right. Swiatek with the break, 2-1. As Cirstea hits it wide and it's 30-15. It takes a little bit of time to get into it, the movie. It's like, it's very interestingly filmed. It's one of those movies where they film from like different perspectives. So they'll go like tell this person's story from their point of view, and then they'll like cut to somebody else, and then they'll show how they got to that point. So it's I thought it was interesting the way they shot it. And then after they all kind of like get to the same point, shit goes crazy. And then it gets wild. Once you know where everyone's like, how everyone got to that point, and then it's like crazy. It's pretty crazy. Definitely worth seeing. 30-15. As the return goes into the forehand of Swiatek, and she puts it away. 40-15. What did the doctor say about my finger? That it looks alright. That should be okay. Have you ever seen Barbarian? It's from the same director. No, I haven't. But it's by the same director. I might have to add that to the list. I want to go see Weapons. My friend said it was awesome. Yeah, it is. It's very, very interesting. Like, it's very, like, it keeps you, like you just don't know what's going on until the big reveal. Like, you just don't know what's happening for, like, half the movie. You just, you're just trying to guess what is going on. Like, you don't understand what's happening until like, certain things happen, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then you're kind of like, well, how are they going to figure it out? Like, it's really good like that. Rune is making all kinds of errors. Love 30. A lot of plot holes, but I love the ending. Well, I didn't really think about, I don't know about the plot holes. I just think you just got to, like, some of the movies you just got to, like, not overthink it. Love 30. Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. It's a good movie. Definitely worth watching. Love 30. Rune is just trying to get a game. 15-30. As Rune serves his third ace of the day. As Rune with a forehand win across court. 30-all. When you have time, we'll go on Red Dead, and if you want, yeah, we could do that. Sounds fun. Depends how frustrated you want to get. We're playing Star Citizen, but it's not a final release. It's still buggy. Okay. As the return goes out by Swiatek, and it's 30-15. Also, Rune has got 40-30. A chance for him to get on the board. Rune serves an ace. All right, Rune is on the board. 3-1. Tiafoe with the break. Swiatek hits that in the net, and it's 40-15. We're watching Pink Panther movies. Peter Sellers with my 8-year-old. The last time I've seen these movies, I was around 8 years old. Watched it with my granddad. It's awesome. Uh, 40-15. As Cirstea serves to get on the board again. And she serves a fault, second serve. As the return goes back into Cirstea. Forehand now from Swiatek goes out. And it's 3-2 Swiatek with the break. 3-2. Also went to the thrift the other day and found Veep Season 2, which I'm so excited to finally watch. So I'm excited. Veep Season 2 is now in the collection. And I also found Arrival yesterday for $1. which I've seen before, but it's just a really interesting movie. It's a really good alien movie. Speaking of Alien, isn't that does Alien Earth comes out today, right? I don't want to watch it until they have at least 4 episodes though. Because I don't want to get Disney Plus and pay for it for 3 months because I have to wait for every episode to drop every week. There's not enough on that service that I want to watch. So I'm just going to wait. 2 episodes, creepy and gross. Ooh, that sounds like really fun. Anyways, Love 30. Runa looking for the break back as he slices it into the forehand of Tiafoe. Back in our Runa into the net. 15-30. You don't follow the MCU? I do, but I have all those movies on. That's the reason why I started buying like DVDs and physical copies is because I wanted to have all the Marvel movies, because I didn't want to just pay for Disney Plus to rent access to the movies. You know what I mean? As Tiafoe hits it out. I didn't want to pay $20 a month for the rest of my life when I could just go down and buy, $1 Iron Man for $1 at the thrift store. You know what I mean? And I see most of the Marvel movies at the cinema anyway, so I go and see them. So, all right, break points for Runa to get back on serve. We have Disney Plus. Let us know. Nah, that's all good. Netflix and Disney Plus. I'm going to get them at a specific time when a lot of things come out at the same time that I want to watch. So I get my money's worth. As that goes down the line for a slice, winner from Runa. All right, Runa's back on serve. 3-2. Good hustle by Runa. 3-2. Just got back from the gym. Can't believe I was missing this match. Yeah, you're a fake fan. fake Runa fan. You're always telling me we got to watch Runa. And the second we watch Runa, you go to the gym? Priorities. This is crazy. It's crazy. All right, 30-15. Swiatek with the break, 3-2. $30-15. As the return goes back and Swiatek. Swiatek in the net. 30-all. Since Zverev and Pegula and the other matches yesterday got postponed, will they play? Yeah, they're going to play after this. They play second on center court and stuff. What is sleep? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. 30-all. As the return goes in the forehand of Swiatek. And she smacks a winner down the line. 40-30. 40-30. Doesn't the gym have Tennis Channel or Sky Sports on the screens? Yeah, sometimes they do, don't they? Sometimes the gym does have sports channels, tennis channels that you can watch. Fashionably late? Yeah, fair enough. All right, 40-30. Swiatek to take a 4-2 lead. As the return goes out. And Swiatek 4-2. 4-2. I didn't think you'd be up this early or late. Double header of that. Yep. Don't show your left hand. Huh? I'm sorry, you okay? 4-2. As Cirstea serves the fault, second serve. As with a back end to the Sorana Cirstea, for now from Cirstea. Into the Sorana Cirstea, who hits a cross-court winner. Beautiful shot. Love 15. Love 15. And we had a fault, second serve. As the return goes in the back end of Cirstea, and Cirstea hits a lovely winner down the line. 15-0. Also, Chad, I got all the parts to fix my iPod, which I'm so excited for. I just need one more thing and I can start working on it. And then I can make the coolest iPod anybody's ever seen. 15:30. Are you into Stranger Things? I love Stranger Things. That's what I'm waiting for it to come out, so then I can get Netflix again. When Stranger Things comes out, I'll be able to watch Wednesday, Love, Death, Robots, and Stranger Things all in the 1 month and all in the one go, and then Stranger Things Part 2, whatever that comes out. Like that's the only reason I'm not getting Netflix until that comes out. Because I have to watch that when it comes out. As Rooney comes to the net, 30-all here, and then Tiafoe hits a lovely forehand down the line winner. 30-40. The index finger of the left hand means something. Well, this one? What does it mean? What do you mean? I just got a cut on my finger. I know what you're talking about. I cut my finger. What do you want from me? Like, I'm not even showing you my finger. I'm going like this, but I'm like, if you want to have a look at it, like, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with my finger. See, look, this one has no bandage. This one has a bandage. All right, Shrion's got a chance to get a double break. 15-40. Runa survives, by the way, and he gets the deuce. By the way, Runa looks already like he's getting tired. It must be, like, I think today's, like, really humid. And Cirstea saves one. 30-40. I'm dumb. I've got every single streaming app for years and I barely watch it. Yeah, see, I had that problem and then I deleted them all. I got rid of them all and then started like buying just the movies that I wanted to see. Like I've got so many movies I haven't seen that are just sitting in my house. As Cirstea hits the back end winner is deuce. I'm gonna be honest. I have not missed. I haven't felt like I've missed anything not having streaming services. You know, it is so easy to go down to the thrift store and just get like they've got so many movies at the thrift store because everyone's throwing it out because everyone's got streaming. Nobody wants a DVD anymore, so easy to just go down there and then just go flip through all the movies and you'll find at least a couple that you can watch. It's so easy. Or just get like some of your favorites, you know. And instead of paying, $100 a month on stuff you're not watching, you'll spend $5 and you can get to whenever you want. You know, I've got so much stuff that I could watch whenever I've got a chance to watch stuff. You know, it's so good. It's so convenient. Also, like as soon as they put ads on, it ruined. Like as soon as they put ads on, like I was paying for a service and it was giving me ads. I was like, "What are we doing?" Runa holds 3-0. He levels Swiatek in the net, and Cirstea keeps in touch 4-3. Like I was watching something the other day, and they were talking about how is streaming, like how we you pay like $15 a month, and you have to watch ads. Like that's not fair. Like I get it if you're like watching it for free. Like if you're on watching TV and you have ads, you're like, okay, yeah, but it's TV. You know, TV is free, right? But when you're like paying for something and then you get ads, that's crazy. Like usually when you pay for stuff, it means it's ad free. It's nuts. And then you got to pay more. Like that's crazy. That's a Black Mirror episode. I've seen that show. It's a Black Mirror episode. Anyways, 15 love. I have giant plastic containers full of DVDs and Blu-rays. Nice. And they raise the price every 6 months. Yeah, exactly. They're going to raise the price until everyone starts quitting, and then they'll go, okay, that's enough. We've pushed it too far. They're going to push it as far as they want, right? What TV is free? Excuse me. If you're in the UK, yeah, you get robbed. But everywhere else in the world, TV is you can watch TV. You just buy a TV. You don't have to pay for a license or anything. That's just a weird British thing that you guys don't know what you guys don't understand. That is silly. I remember when I went there and they're like, "Oh, TV license." I'm like, "The shit is this?" Pay for. I bought the TV. Shut up. It's crazy. All right, 30 love. As Tiafoe hits a forehand in the net. 30-15. Anyways. Now, the tipping point for me was I was paying for I was paying for the same streaming service twice, and I didn't even know it. And I was wasting, I wasn't even watching the streaming service, but somehow I was paying for it with 2 accounts. So I was paying twice as much for nothing because I wasn't watching it. I'm like, I'm going to just get rid of everything and see and like just clear the slate, right? Just get rid of everything, like delete all the streaming and get rid of all the accounts and then bring them back when I need to watch them, Like reintroduce them when I feel like I need to use them, Because I was just this crazy. It's just like, why am I paying for? Like I just didn't know what I was not like. I was paying for all this shit that I wasn't even using. Now I pay for Tennis TV and WTA TV and Spotify and YouTube Premium. I think because I use YouTube more than anything else. All right, Runa's up, hits it wide and Tiafoe leads 4-3. Did Cirstea win a Grand Slam or confusing her with someone else? No, she didn't win a Slam. You might be thinking of Halep or Kvitova or somebody else. As Cirstea up 15-30, Swiatek puts it away. $15.30. As Swiatek serves again. As Swiatek puts away the winner. And it's 30-all. Garcia said that the US Open's our last tournament. Yep. All right, serve again. Here's an ace. 40-30. 40-30. Swiatek to go to 5-3. We don't have WTA TV in the UK. Yeah, I don't know. It depends where you're from. You got to pay TV licenses in other places in Europe? That's crazy. I pay TV license, it's worth it. I don't pay TV license. It's worth it. Like, that's the craziest concept to me. Like, you don't like them. Like, we have free to air TV where you just need a TV to watch it. Like, that's crazy that you have to then you buy a TV and then you have to pay to use it. What? What a rip. Anyways, back at rally. Like, that's a crazy concept. Come on now. You already pay for the TV. Then you got to pay extra? Huh? But then, like, TV licenses must have been going on forever, so you guys just don't know the difference. Oh, yeah, we've had these forever. Yeah, okay. So then, you wouldn't know different. But you come to Australia, you just buy a TV, you plug it in, TV. You don't have to pay anything. You paid for the TV. It's crazy. Paying for staff? Why would you pay your TV license? What? Paying for staff? What do you mean staff? In the US, you have to pay for cable? Yeah, we do that too. You have to pay for cable here too. But like, there's a lot of channels you can just get like, you don't have to pay for like the basic channels that like, yeah, TV licenses are weird and such a strange concept that doesn't make sense. As that goes off the baseline, Cirstea is saying it's out. Cirstea said the ball was out by like this much. And Hawkeye said it's in, and Cirstea's like, I don't think so. I mean, how do you argue technology? That's the hard part, right? The umpire is not going to change their mind. Cirstea is saying, like, this is not... Cirstea does not agree with Hawkeye. Let's see what the replay looks like. They need camera angles too. They can't just have... Well, that looked like it hit the back of the line, to be honest. They need to have cameras along with Hawkeye. You know how they do that camera angle stuff sometimes? I can't remember what it's called, but they need that as well. They need a double, just for the players' peace of mind, right? If you're going to use automatic line calls, just give them like a real camera angle as well, like on the baseline or whatever. I know it's extra technology, but with 10-day Masters, I'm sure they can afford it with the extra, the extra revenue. 30-15. All right, 30-15. By the way, chat, does anyone else think that we should get lines people back? Not because Hawkeye's not great, because I think Hawkeye's awesome, but just because it's just like, I don't know. Maybe just for like the final. 40-15. Maybe just center court have lines people. I don't know. 40-15. Just for like the big matches. Like quarterfinals onwards, get lines people. All right. Swiatek returns. Into the corner, Cirstea. Cirstea puts it away. And it's 5-4. Swiatek's going to serve for the set. I love 30 here. Runa looking for the break. I want humans back. Yeah, I by the way, Castella is going off at the umpire. Yeah, Castella is not happy with Hawkeye. She is going off. 15:30. Rune is still a chance to get the break here. As Tiafoe serves a fault, second serve. As that goes the net from Rune. 30-0. As Tiafoe serves. An ace, and Rune just gets real pissed off at that. All right, 40-30. Oh, we've got a big day today. So much tennis. TV license is a must in the UK, or you'll be fined to take into court. Yeah, but also but why? What is you're getting ripped off, people? What is this TV license? It's crazy. If you don't have this license, you'll be fined. Okay, so what's the benefit of the license besides the fact that I can use the thing that I bought from the shop? What do you like? You basically, it's a subscription. It's a TV license is just another subscription. What are you talking about? I don't. Do you have to watch ads when you get a TV license? Do you pay for the TV license and then you still have to watch whatever channels they have in the UK? Do you still is it an ad free experience with the TV license? I can't remember. I don't think it was. This is just to get you into just to get you access to entertainment. But it bought the TV though, so it doesn't make sense. Anyways, Rune hits a lovely slice backhand passing shot winner. Ads are still on there. So what are you paying for then? You're paying for access to get TV channels. We don't have that here. If we ever did, if they did it now, nobody would watch. Yeah, TV licenses are crazy. Yeah, you pay to get access to the TV. That's crazy. You paid for the TV. Why would you pay an ongoing license for access to I guess that's what we have. We have a thing called free to air TV. So maybe that's the difference because Australia has free to air, which is basically just here's all these channels because you bought a TV. So we maybe but you don't get that in the UK or in Europe. Rune can't break, by the way. Crazy concept. That's crazy. 15:30, chance for Castella to break back here. As a backhand return, now the backhand of Tiafoe. Rune backhand of the forehand of Foe. As Rune backhand on the stretch. Tiafoe forehand cross. Rune gets it. It's Tiafoe backhand cross. Too good. Advantage Tiafoe. As Swiatek serves. Into the forehand of Castella. Tiafoe backhand of the forehand of Castella. Again, into the net. 30-all. In Denmark, you have a smartphone. You have to pay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess you have to pay a phone bill. Right? Maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Your misinformed TV license is not for using your TV? Then what is it for? So wait, you even have to pay it for radio? So like if you buy a radio, you have to pay a license to use the radio now as well? So it's a fun tax. Is that what it is? If you don't pay the license, you are zero fun. You can't do anything. You have to sit there and read a book. You have a book tax? What about a book license? Is that a thing? If you buy a book from the library or you buy a book, you gotta pay for that book. You gotta pay for a license to read that book before you get taken to court. You ain't got no fun. Anyways, 40-30. It's crazy. The entertainment tax. Chat, can you say it's silly? It's a silly thing. Come on now. As Cirstea forehand goes back to Swiatek. Swiatek gets a wide, we get to deuce. I'm watching you on my TV and don't need a license to see your mug on YouTube. Well, you don't have to get angry at me. I'm just stating a fact that it's a silly tax. I'm not saying that you're the problem. All right. Advantage Runa. You buy a thing, but can't use the thing unless you pay for the license. Yeah, that's a crazy concept. When it comes to, as Runa hits a winner, and it's 5-4, Runa. But I remember, Chad, I'm coming from somewhere that doesn't do that, so just hearing that that's a thing is crazy to me. Right? It'd be different if if I lived in the UK and I'd be like, yeah, that's just normal. Like, you're the strange one. But because I'm here, that's never been a thing. I buy a radio, I turn it on, easy. I buy a TV, I turn it on, easy. Like, I don't have to pay any extra fee. There's no yearly tax or whatever for the license. There's none of that shit. Whatever, if I buy it, I get to use it. It's a crazy thing. In the UK, the TV license is basically the fee for BBC. Oh, okay. Anyways, advantage Swiatek. She got a set point. Let's move on. As Rebecca return now goes to forehand Swiatek. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Forehand Swiatek again. The forehand of Cirstea, who puts in the net. There it is, 6-4. All right. I'll tell you this, though. If I was living in the UK now, I would not pay for a TV license. I'd just be like, I'm just going to get Netflix. Like, I'd rather pay, even though it's probably more expensive, but like you'd get more. I mean, I just pay for YouTube. I wouldn't even have a TV. I'd have a giant monitor with a computer, and I just use YouTube. I do that anyway. I don't remember the last time I watched normal television. Only for maybe sports. Maybe. That's about it. All right, Runa's got the break. Medical timeout for Foe. Swiatek, 16 winners, 17 errors. So a little bit crazy in her match. 4 winners and 10 errors from Cirstea. So not pretty, but Swiatek got the break, and that's all it needed. That's why some people don't buy any TV or radio, just use internet. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm there, but like I get like notifications about like stuff that goes on in the UK. Some of the shit that's happening at the moment is crazy over there. Like, you can't call anyone the B word anymore. It's crazy. It's crazy. When is Alcaraz playing? He's playing tonight. He's playing tonight. He's playing in about 7 hours. How's Sincaraz playing same day? Because the schedule is kind of weird that way. The schedule is just like a bit funky. Did Tiafoe injure his abdominal? No, it looks like a hip injury. Like a side injury or a lower back. Can't believe people are comparing a radio with a car in chat. Yeah. You buy a car but can't use it if you don't have road tax or insurance? Yes, you can. Unless you have to register your car, but that's a different thing. Registering a TV is crazy. How can you compare the same? They can't compare that. Like, if you don't have car insurance, that sucks if you get in a collision, right? You got to pay a lot more money out of that. But you don't, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I have car insurance, but I don't think you need it. Like, you don't have to have it. It's just better to have it in case you do get in an accident. But you have to pay for you have to register your car, and that's just so that way they can make sure no one's, doing any dodgy things. And they know who owns the car. But also, cars are way more dangerous than televisions. You need to keep track of what cars are where and who's driving what. Like, you need to keep track of that. You don't need to track whose TV's in whose house. Like, that's wild. TVs are not cars. It's not the same thing. There's no, cars are dangerous machines. Highly dangerous machines in the wrong hands, and they need to keep that track of that shit. You don't need to track who's got a TV. Anyways, Runa's going to serve for the first set. Insurance is a must in the US? Okay. But still, again, I understand that. Having insurance for a car makes so much sense because cars are super dangerous. And if somebody stole your car, they could use it as a dangerous thing. If somebody steals your TV, what are they going to do? Hit someone with it? Like, they're going to just grab it and just... Oh, yeah, that TV, the owner of that TV, it wasn't the same guy who hit the guy with the other TV. Like, what are we doing? So weird. That's weird. You can't compare TVs to cars. Come on. This is crazy. Anyways, we're going to serve for the set. We're moving on now after I said we're moving on 5 minutes ago. As Tiafoe hits it long on the return, 15 love. Love. I think the solution to all of this, chat, is just go live in a tent in the woods. And that way, no TV, no license. No car, no insurance. Easy. Just go camp off the grid in the middle of nowhere. Live off the land. As that goes out from Tiafoe, it's 40 love. As Runa serves. Into the corner foe, Runa forehand. And Tiafoe in the net. Runa, great recovery. Remember, he's down 3 love. He was down 3 love. And he came back and he won 6 of the next 7 games. Tiafoe looks like he's going to retire. He's talking to his coaches like, what am I doing? Advantage for Swiatek. She's got a break point in the first game of the second. Yeah, Big Foe, I think, is asking the coaches, should I keep playing? Tiafoe, I don't know what he's going to do. Cirstea serves again. As Cirstea double faults. Swiatek breaks. 1 love in the second. She's got to set a break. All right. You don't register a TV in the UK. You pay for a license to watch and listen to BBC. Okay. Is it worth it, though? Is it worth it? But it's not optional though. You have to do it, right? You have to do it. Like, if it was like, hey, if you want to do this, you can. But, like, you have to... If you don't watch the BBC, you still have to pay the license, right? You can't buy a TV, then use Netflix and never use BBC, but then not pay the... You have to pay it, right? So, like, you basically have to... You have no choice. You have to pay it. Even if you don't use or listen to BBC. That's wild. It's called Monopoly. We don't have that here. Anyways. Swiatek with a set and a break. It's worth it. It's optional if you don't use those channels. Yes, it's worth it. It's optional if you don't use those channels. So wait, you don't have to pay it. If you have a TV, you have to pay it. Oh. Then okay. If you only watch Netflix, you don't get the license. So wait, if you pay the license, if you don't pay the license, you can still watch BBC. You just get in trouble if you watch it, right? If they find out. Is that how it works? If you don't pay, you can still watch it. Right? Or like, if you don't pay, then they don't turn the switch on to give you access, right? So it's, I don't know. It's very confusing. See, it's very confusing. Love that. It's a weird concept. You can't watch it without a license. Okay. It's a huge fine if you don't pay. So wait, okay. I'm confused. How do we get onto this topic? Love 30. Swiatek serves again. That goes out by Swiatek on the back end. Love 40. Love 40. Love 40. Swiatek in trouble. First game. Or first games. Well, to give the break back, she already broke, didn't she? You can still watch TV, but there's a huge fine if you didn't pay. Okay. Anyways, Casella breaks back. It's optional. If you get caught watching, you get a fine. Why wouldn't they do it so that like you can't watch it unless you pay? I guess because then they wouldn't make any fine money, would they? Makes sense. That's actually kind of smart. So basically they're like, hey, if you buy a TV, we trust that you will pay us the fee. And if you don't, then we'll fine you. But please pay it. So they're basically trusting the people to pay the bills. So that's... Because if you don't, then you're going to get a big bill. You're going to get a big fine. But it would make more sense if they just went, hey, when you pay that fine, when you pay the license, we'll give you the channels. We'll give you the channels. We'll turn the channels on when you pay that thing. But they're kind of like, here, have the channels, but also you got to pay, please. I wonder how much they make in fines per year. That'd be interesting. They must make a lot. Otherwise, the system, they would do something. They wouldn't have this, would they? Anyways, love 15. It's just such a weird concept. Such a strange... Especially in 2025, right? To have a TV license in 2025, when there's so many other options, right? Internet, streaming, like it seems such an outdated concept. I guess when it was like the only thing to do, like maybe like back like 20, 30 years ago, 30 years ago, and it was the only way, you can go, okay, I get it. But in 2025, that seems such like a strange concept. With all these options, you know. But who knows? Maybe it's a great idea. 15:30. Cirstea forehand. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Backhand of Cirstea on the stretch. Into the forehand of Swiatek as Cirstea with a slice. Goes wide. 15:40. Swiatek to break. Swiatek to break again. Hey, Shashank, thank you for the 20 months. As the backhand now to the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand now from Cirstea. Again, the forehand of Swiatek. As Cirstea forehand again, the forehand of Swiatek. And the forehand of Cirstea. Swiatek forehand. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Again, the forehand of Swiatek. And Swiatek gets it out. 30-40, one saved. All right, still break point, 30-40. As with a forehand rally. Swiatek to the backhand. Cirstea hits it wide. All right, 2-1. 3 breaks in a row. Swiatek leads again. Also, Tiafoe held first game of his second set. 1-love. All right. Love 15. Is it a forehand from Rune to the backhand of Tiafoe? Backhand to backhand. As Tiafoe hits it wide. And it's 15-0. In Italy, it's the same. $10 a month for state TV. It's part of the electric bill. Okay. Maybe we do pay it then. Maybe we do pay it. That I didn't even know it. I don't know. All right, 15-0. There's a default second serve. As the return goes in the bottom of the net from Foe. And it's 30-15. All right. All right. 2-1 Swiatek. All right. 15-love. As Crusade hits it in there, 30 love. What time do I sleep? That's a great question. Nothing is free. You just pay for it differently. That's a good... That is so scary. That is so Don, Don, that is so scary. That is so scary. That sounds, yeah. The wrong person saying that, like, like if that comes out of the mouth of somebody, you know, that's the wrong person says that, that's crazy. That shit sounds like supervillain shit. Yeah, like that's crazy. It's funny here, but it's also scary here. Scary. Ooh, it's that's interesting. Anyways, love 40. Runa a chance to break in the second. Tiafoe is definitely hobbling around. He is not 100%. He's definitely hurt. I don't think Big Foe's going to finish this match. Love 40. I think if Runa breaks, Big Foe's going to say, I'm done. All right, love 40. As Tiafoe serves a let. As the backhand return goes in the back of the Tiafoe. Runa backhand again to the back of Tiafoe. Slice from Runa. As Tiafoe hits a drop shot. Runa gets it. And then Foe puts up a lob. But Runa with a backhand volley. Winner. What a rally and shot. Great shot by Runa. Such a highlight. And he breaks. He's setting a break. Big Foe. He looks like he's going to continue for now. But he doesn't look good. The trainer's going to come back out, I think. No. I think Tiafoe's taking the wristbands off. He's thinking about it. Maybe he's just getting some new ones because it's pretty hot out there. All right. Swiatek 3-1 in the second. As they go forehand to forehand rally. Swiatek down the lines. A winner. Love 15. So it looks like Foe's going to keep going, but he doesn't look... I don't think Tiafoe's struggling with the heat. I think he's got a hip injury. Is he calling it? No, he's talking to the coaches. He's like, am I going to keep playing? Yeah, I think Tiafoe's got a hip injury. That's what he had a medical timeout for. He's going to keep going, but he doesn't look like he wants to keep going. Cam, you're making me tired? Well, it's 2 a.m. What the hell are you doing? I guess you could sleep all morning though, right? You can just sleep all day. All right, Big Foe's going to keep going, but I don't think he wants to. He's just kind of has to, I guess. Because remember, he made the final here last year. Remember, Tiafoe made the final, lost to Sinner. So he's got a lot of points that he will lose if he does retire. So I think he feels obligated to play because of his ranking. Despite not being 100%. Great drop shot from Runa. 15 love. He's got a 4-1 on the stretch from Swiatek. That goes to the net, 40-15. As Tiafoe shanks the ball into the ground. 30 love. Do you think Tiafoe is underachieving? No. Not really. I think Tiafoe is about. I think he's about where he should be. I think his career has gone about. I mean, look, if you look at his life, right? If you look at Big Foe's life, the fact that he has been a top 10 tennis player, coming from such humble beginnings, if you know the story of the Tiafoe family, right? Coming from coming to America and his dad working in a I can't remember exactly the job that he did, but he was working at a tennis club. And Tiafoe would be able to use the courts because his dad worked there, not because they were part of the club, but because he got free access to the court because his dad was working there. And to learn tennis that way, and then it's such a great story. It's an amazing story. But then when I look at him, when it comes to American tennis, he came up with Fritz and Paul, Opelka. And he's done, I don't think, maybe a 1,000 title, probably, maybe should have one of those, but hit the generation that he came through, or came up with, I think he's about right. Because again, we've got to remember that, most of the guys from his generation haven't done much because of the GOATs, as Tiafoe smacks the ball out of the stadium, that's a code violation. But also then you got Alcaraz and Sinner who come along and kind of taken everybody's, and Runa, have taken everybody's, they've kind of skipped the line, right? Medvedev and Tsitsipas have had to move back. Zverev as well, right? But I'd say he probably, a 1,000 title, he probably should have or get one of those, right? That, I don't think he's going to win a Grand Slam. I don't think winning a Grand Slam is his, I don't think it's make or break for him if he wins a Grand Slam, or if he loses. If he doesn't win a Grand Slam, I don't think it's a bad career. I think he's had a great career. But I think a 1,000 title, it'd be disappointing if Big Foe didn't win a 1,000. I think he's good. He should definitely have one of those. I kind of put him in the same category as maybe like Rublev. Or, like Tommy Paul. Who else is around that kind of... just trying to think who else is like... By the way, Swiatek's got a double break, 4-1. I kind of have him in that category where it's he might make a slam final, but I don't think he's going to... I think there's too many good players, other good players, that are going to stop him from winning a slam, just like they're going to stop other guys from winning a slam. But he should have a 1,000. I think a 1,000 title is sort of... if he wins one of those, that is huge, right? And that's definitely achievable. Kind of like Demon, or maybe like Demon, yeah. If he won a slam, it'd be great, but it's the expectation of him winning a slam is not there. I don't think anyone expects Tiafoe to win a slam. And if he doesn't, then it's it's a bad career. No. Whereas there's other players who are in that same generation who haven't got slams, and we're they should have one, and they don't have one, and that's, we don't need to name the names. But Big Foe, I don't think is on that list. I don't think he needs a slam to fulfill his potential. I think he's fulfilled it. He's also going to retire. Runa wins. But yeah. I think a 1,000 title for Tiafoe by the end of his career, that is, that's the... Because he's made semis of slams, right? Multiple, 3 semis of slams. Great achievement there. He's done a lot. Unfortunately, he has to retire now, but yeah. Why do you never put the game on so we can watch? because that's illegal. All right, Swiatek 4-1. Serious injury or not? It's a hip injury. It looks like a hip injury or a side injury, so not definitely on the bad side. But he's got a week to get ready for the US Open, so let's hope he is fresh. Because also, he's got a semi-final at the US Open. He's got to defend Tiafoe, right? A lot of points on the line over the next two tournaments. And he's also, I think, playing the mixed doubles next week. So, yeah. Yeah, it sucks for Big Foe. He was up 3-love and he was playing really well. So he must have got injured in this match. I think it was not. I don't think it was a pre-injury. I wonder what Tiafoe will say about the season being long. Hopefully, somebody asked him. Yeah. I hope somebody asks him, hey, do you think that maybe part of the reason why he got injured today was because of the long season? I'm sure he'll get asked, right? That seems to be a question everyone's getting asked lately. All right, 15-0. Merge the streams in a second. Swiatek dominating the second set. Oh, he's playing doubles with Keys. All right. I told you this time it's Runa, but you were saying Tiafoe. Yeah, well, you're a genius for predicting an injury. I mean, teach us your ways. You're a wizard. 15-30. Tiafoe got injured in the first set, and he has it seems like he's got a back or a hip injury, so he had to retire. All right, 15-30. Swiatek says a fault. Second serve. Second serve. And the return goes to Swiatek. She puts it away. And it's 30-0. Serve again. Return goes back into Swiatek. Swiatek hits it wide. 30-40. 30-40. Players can choose not to play. I mean, not really. As Swiatek serves the backhand to Cirstea. Forehand Swiatek. As Cirstea backhand the forehand Swiatek. Cirstea on the stretch. Swiatek hits it out. All right, one of the breaks back. All right, Swiatek gets one back. All right, let's merge the streams because it makes it easy for everybody. Or mainly for me. All right. But Tiafoe unfortunately has to retire. Swiatek's still playing. If you want to come over and watch, we've got a long day today. With a lot of breaks well, after this we've got an hour break or 2 hours break, so it's a bit of a weird day. Big busy day. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Sun's out at the moment, so that's good. But Runa's into the fourth round or quarterfinals. Let me check. Quarterfinals, Runa. Ooh, Runa. Rune Fritz could be the quarterfinal. Winner plays Sinner. That could be on the card. Rune hasn't dropped a set all week. It's been a really good week by Rune. He gets a little bit fortunate with the Tiafoe retirement, but Rune's looking good. And if he plays Fritz, you know we're going to watch that. I love 15 Swiatek with the break still, but one has been returned. All right, let's see what Swiatek can do. She can get this win. 15-0. Oh, hey. All right, 15-0. As that goes out by Swiatek, and it's 30-15. Could be another good day for Denmark. Townsend's up 3-1 against Kudermetova. Nice. So yeah, Shelton. So not Shelton. Pegula and Lynette are coming on now. And then after that, they got to finish their match from yesterday. And then Sinner's coming on after that, which of course we're watching. And then Sabalenka and then Alcaraz. Also, Keys is playing against Raducanu later. Shelton's playing later. So it's a pretty big day. It's a pretty big day. I get a kick when you see people saying that players are selling games. Yeah, I mean, look, chat, I get it. When you lose money on betting that you decided to put on and you decided to do that, of course it's not your fault. Of course not. Can't be my fault. I know I placed the bet and I confirmed that I said yes to putting the money on but it's not my fault. So you got to blame somebody. Right? It can't be my fault. I didn't give the money to the betting company. It's almost like you're paying $10 to like you're paying for you don't get anything in return for betting unless but it's the internet. Because I don't think people put money at the casino and then scream in the face of the person who is working there. It's the internet. It's much easier to scream into the void of the internet when something doesn't go your way. But if you're at the casino, I'm sure you wouldn't put like $10 on black on roulette and then scream in the face of the attendant when it's red, and then I'm sure you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't be like, this is fixed. Ah! You wouldn't do that because you'd get kicked out. But in the comfort of your armchairs at home, screaming at the screaming on the internet, you don't get kicked out of the casino. So, but just remember, if you can't handle the loss, it's probably not for you. You shouldn't do it. Shouldn't do it. It's not worth it. Sounds like it's a wide deuce. Gambling has become too readily available to people that can't handle the risk of gambling. Yeah, unfortunately, I think some people think it's like a way to get rich quick, right? Well, if I just do this, I should make this. And you go, okay, well, yeah, mathematically, yes, but it's not like there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that Swiatek was going to win this match, even though she was the heavy favorite. It's like, there's no guarantee. Anything can happen. You know? All right, advantage Swiatek to get the double break. What happened to Runa Tiafoe? Why did you take it off? Because he retired? You were there. I don't know why you're asking me. You were literally there. Why there's so many breaks in women's games? Because returning is mainly is the stronger of the shots. Returning serve is more of a thing in the women's game than serving. And the return goes out by Swiatek and it's advantage Cirstea. Gambling is okay, but is annoying to see very toxic behavior of fans when they lose betting. Yeah. Look, I have no problem with people gambling. I have a problem with people complaining about losing. Like, I don't complain about losing. Like, if I put a bet on, you wouldn't... Like, I don't start screaming at the person that I bet on if they lost. That's crazy. But I also bet like $5, so I'm like, hey, I got the mindset of if I'm gonna put this on this, and if I lose, that's the $5. That's like I'm happy to like lose that. You know? That's always been the way that I've gone about stuff. If I'm at the casino and I've got $100, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go play a bunch of games. And if I don't come out here with anything, then I've spent $100 on entertainment. And I'm sure there was some fun along the way. That's always been, never gone to the casino to get rich. It's always like, go there, spend $100. And if I come out with zero, I was there for an hour, a couple of hours. If I don't spend it all in one go. And yeah, that's much... I haven't done that for like a long time, but but gambling was once considered highly unethical. It has ruined countless. Oh yeah, look, so is alcohol, right? But there's a lot of things that ruin people's lives if they do it in excess. That's why they're called vices, because they have a vice grip on your life. And it's sad. It really is sad. And it sucks that it's so red. I mean, the difference is with drinking is like, you have to, with gambling, you have to be over 18, right? But you have to leave your house to go get the alcohol. You could be sitting on your couch and you download the app and you can just play. That's the scary part, is that it's just right there. It's right there. Like there's no time between opening the app and thinking. You're just like bam, 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 bam. That's the scary part. 4-3. Swiatek with the break. As that goes out by Swiatek on the backhand, love 15. Oh, you have an app in Tennessee for drinking? That's crazy. First serve, the fault, second serve. As with a backhand rally. As that goes in the net by Cirstea, and it's 15-all. After this, we have a break. So, yeah. As with a serve. And Cirstea in the net on the return, 30-15. 30-15. As Cirstea hits a return, hit the baseline, and Swiatek hit it out. 30-0. Everything has the potential to be addictive. We just accept some more than others. Yeah. Yeah, you can be addicted to a lot of things. All right, 30-0. But some are definitely, like, there's definitely bad addictions and less bad. 30-0. Yeah, Carlos is playing tonight. As we return down in the net by Cirstea, 40-30. All right, 40-30. As the return goes in the front of Swiatek. Swiatek gets a win up, 5-3. Swiatek leads. 5-3. Who will Swiatek play next? She will play the winner of Alexandra Eala. That's not easy. Both have beaten Swiatek before. And then you got Sabalenka, Moniro, Raducanu, Keys. So Swiatek's going to have to play Moniro. Pray for Moniro, I guess, because, I mean, Sabalenka, Keys, and Raducanu are all very similar types of players, but they're all types of players that Swiatek doesn't like to play. And also all can beat Swiatek. We all know that. So, yeah, very tricky semi-final opponent, unless it's Buzez Moniro, who plays Sabalenka later. But yeah. Tiafoe was not faking injury. That's absurd. Yeah, who's saying Tiafoe faked injury? That's crazy. Anyways, love 30. Like, Big Foe didn't... Like, that's crazy. Like, if you think Tiafoe retired because, you know, he wasn't faking injury at all. Love 30. As Cirstea says, default second serve. Yeah, Swiatek might want to play Raducanu, to be honest. She's had a good record against her lately. I think Sabalenka and Keys are the two scarier players for Swiatek right now. But she's got to get through Alexandra or Kalinskaya first. And they're both also capable of beating Swiatek on a hard court. All right, 15-30. Now Swiatek backhand into the backhand of Cirstea. Swiatek with a forehand into the backhand of Cirstea. Swiatek forehand again. Cirstea gets it back. Pardon me. Swiatek forehand inside out. Cirstea slicing the net. Match points. Match points. 15-40. Match point Swiatek to take her spot in the quarterfinals of Cincinnati. As the forehand return goes to forehand of Cirstea. Swiatek forehand down the line's a winner. There it is. Swiatek gets it done in straight sets. Wasn't the easiest of straight sets, but second set was a lot less intense. And she's through. Swiatek is through. All right. Easy. So now, I'm just trying to think what we do now. So we've got to wait for Pegula's match to end. They're playing a final set, so they got one set. So that might be a half an hour, an hour. And then we've got Sinner's match. So then we've got Sinner and Mannarino. And then tonight we've got Alcaraz versus Nardi. But we've also got Sabalenka as well that we'll probably watch. Maybe we'll watch Raducanu Keys. We're just got to see how it works out. But next is Jannik Sinner. But we're going to wait for his match to start. He was supposed to start right now, but because of the rain from yesterday, they had to finish some matches. Swiatek will play either Kalinskaya or Alexandrova in the quarterfinals. And I think some of the quarterfinals might be tomorrow. Maybe. I think the quarterfinals are tomorrow. Has Zverev finished? Now, Zverev's going to play one more game. So he's coming on after... Well, he's coming on now. Now that Swiatek's done. Now he's going to play, so... Only one set until Sinner? Yeah. Yeah, so just the one set and then of this match, and then Sinner's going to jump on and play. What's on my cup? Tennis rackets. All right. But I'm going to send you over the Sinner match because while I have an hour to do food, I'm going to eat food. So jump on over there. And we will be back in probably about an hour, within the hour. So get ready. And then we'll be live for a long time after that because a lot of tennis to be played today. It's a big day. Big, busy day. But Swiatek wins. Straight sets. 4-3. She gets it done. And she is into the quarterfinals again, I think for the second year in a row. And she will now take on the winner of a match that's happening later, which we'll keep an eye on. But we've got Jannik Sinner coming up soon. We'll see you then.